You know, I don't understand how I'm just now realizing this. A whole day after uh the first my first playthrough of this game came out. But I'm just now realizing it doesn't seem like I make choices in this visual novel, which made me ask the question. I literally just got this question not too long ago after before I literally hit record. Why do visual novels where choice doesn't really matter? Why are those a thing? Like, wouldn't it just make more sense to make a light novel? I mean, I guess if you just want to distribute the story as a game like this, I guess that could be a reason. But what do I truly know? Hey, man. For all I know, I could end up making a visual novel just like this. But that's a story for another day. A story for today is I idly scrolled through the internet to buy time until the start of Mana's stream. My eyes wash over the sea of posts about VTubers. I was about to say sea of sports. I have no idea how I inputted an S right there. Many of them are self-promotions by VTubers themselves on upcoming streams, and others are just memes about what might have happened in a stream this week. I think back to what I talked about with Kagurazaka today. I wonder how many of these VTubers are people that took the leap to put themselves out there so that they can share what they love and express themselves. Or maybe they were just looking to make a connection with people. I'm sure there are people who are riding the wave and are just doing it for fun. And I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. But even if you're just doing it for something as simple as having fun, there exists a connection between them and the community that isn't as simple. I'd only thought about it from the viewer's perspective, but Kagurazaka is right. VTubers also form their own unique connection with their viewers that can't be described as just a statistic. It would be nice if that's something that they could do with security and the peace in mind. Talking with Kagurazaka really put things into perspective. Streaming and content creation in general isn't always going to be reliable. VTubers only recently exploded in popularity, and we have no idea if that will still be the case a few years from now. True. Again, I completely forgot the amount of things I did after I got done making the last video. I didn't look up what year this game came out. My prediction is still 2019, 2020, or 2021. I should really look up when this game came out. Anyway, if you do that as your only source of income, then treating it as a job might change your view of your passion. True. Again, this game speaking facts. And even if you're using it as a way to escape from reality, then it's not like you're safe from those feelings. I've seen plenty of VTubers struggle with growth, and once you tie in those feelings of success and failure to your passion, then you might end up tired of pursuing it. There's likely a lot more things that I don't realize about VTubing. My thoughts are interpreted by the start of Mana's intro. Interpreted? Interrupted. Okay. Destroyer can't read. Part? I have no idea. Kon Mana, it's your shining star in the night sky. Mana Orion. That's cool. That the last name is Orion. Cause the constellation. Listen. How's everybody doing tonight? Good. Alright. Good. Great. Bad. Well, you're in luck, because I'm here now. You'll be having a good time in my stream, and I won't be taking no for an answer. Okay, who's saying no? Show yourself. Ah, this is where everybody either tries to hide the one that said that, or they'll spam me with a smiley face. Ah, true story. Looks like everybody is saying me. I might have to ban all of chat at this rate. But I'm merciful, so I'll let you guys go. I forgot how... I know it's literally just been a little bit of a day. I don't want to say a whole day, because that's all 24 hours. It's probably been under 24... Oh, actually, no, I think I've surpassed... Okay, it's been a bit of a day. It's still the 18th, and last video was recorded the 17th. Whatever. It's been a bit of a day. So, I've only played this game since yesterday. Somehow I forgot how much I like this. I don't know, the dialogue. Am I allowed to like dialogue? I think I am. I'll be playing this gacha game that I recently picked up. Oh no. It's called Aeon Nova? I heard a lot of good things about this game, but didn't really have the chance to play it much until the publishers contacted me for a sponsored stream. Ah, I see how that works. Yeah, if you got like other things to do, but you can't fit this one thing in for your own whatever, but now it's a sponsored, so it works in your schedule, works in your streaming favor. So, I played it for a bit and started liking it a lot. Mostly because the characters' designs are so cute. Oh no, not another gacha game stream. Shoma, you're too good. A streamer's chat, VTuber or non-VTuber, whatever. A streamer's chat, we hear gacha games, we say, let's go gambling! Let's go poor financial decisions! How much is she going to spend this time? Guys, stop saying oh no. I'm just trying to get one of the 5 stars. Just one, that's all. And I looked up the rates and beforehand. The expected amount is about 10,000 yen for this particular one. Oh. Wait. 10,000 yen? I looked this up yesterday. Ain't that $62? 10,000 yen specifically? Hold on now. What do you mean 10,000 yen? Where have I seen this before? Shoma's locked in. He and I are in sync. Told you I just played the game literally just yesterday. Told you it's only been a bit of a day. Because I remember. The last time she had a gacha game stream, she got incredibly unlucky with the character she wanted and had to hit the pity, or amount needed to guarantee the character. Yeesh. And I've heard that this particular game she's playing right now doesn't have a pity system. Oh no. Ah, the intro to this game is so cute. Okay, wait, hold on. I did that like she was screaming. The intro to this game is so cute. Better. I've already played through all the tutorials and learned the basics, so I could get straight to the character pulling. Oh no. Bruh, if a VTuber said something like this with a face like that, bruh, I can only assume something like nothing but bad financial decisions are about to happen. Absolute bad financial decisions are about to be made. Bruh, look at her. Does she look like she makes good financial choices? Because I know that's what you all are here for. Yeah. 50% of chat will go, oh no. The other half will go, let's go gambling. It's true. People are attracted to seeing other people gamble. I don't know why. I don't know why. What the heck is the deal with this? Like, is it a kind of rush we get? I don't understand. Shoma, educate us. The chat's just spamming pull win over and over. Yeah, the duality of man is totally chat. First it was, oh no, now it's pull win. Somebody in chat going, let's go gambling. I can't see chat, but somebody there is saying that. Alright, this should be where I can buy all the gems to pull. I've already loaded in 10,000 yen worth of gems to summon. I know 10,000 isn't the same as $10,000 in US. Isn't 10,000 in US dollars, but just hearing 10,000 when I know yen is the currency and it's just like 10,000. Like, imagine hearing 10,000. 10,000 of something from your bank account just left. I know, and even then, I know it's $62 in US dollars, so it's like, man, my soul. Mana starts humming to herself happily as she casually exchanges all of her in-game paid currency to summoning orbs in one set of clicks. Oh, she's so innocent. Look at that smile. Okay, let's go! Mana changes the pitch of her voice up and down in a playful manner. So I'm looking for Haruka-chan. I've already done my research. Seems like she's one of the best units. Oh no, you're a meta player. Get off my screen, Mana. Get off my screen. I'm joking. As well as being the cutest out of all these girls. Basically, what I'm saying is that we're meant to be, and if I don't get her, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh. Okay. Basically, she's cooked. I might have to take my anger out on you guys if that happens. Delightful. Okay, I'm starting now. The cursor hovers over the 10 pull button. Ah yes, the 10 pull button. My fated enemy. Sometimes. Actually, I think I think today, the Wuthering Waves 3.2, this is completely off topic. I think the Wuthering Waves 3.2 update is coming out, and I have all my polls ready for Sakrika. Now, Mana and I are in sync. But Mana has yet to press it. She is not trying to spend money. But she already spent it, it's gone. It would be funny if I just stalled here. Really? I'm sure everybody is waiting in anticipation for her to press the button and see what she gets. Duh. You villain. This is so like her to mess with everybody and just wait. Chat's already spamming about being edged. Oh no, not the edging. Kill me. I bet everybody has their eyes glued to the screen and is drooling all over their keyboards in anticipation. Fine, fine, I'll do it. Mana finally presses the button, and the screen transitions into a beautiful animation of a portal appearing. The portal glows with a golden hue to indicate that she had gotten a 5-star. Oh no. First try? Hold on, first try? Hold on. Everybody sit back, lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in. I had to crack my knuckles, hold on. Okay, hold on. Did I crack all of them? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm checking every finger. I crack every finger individually. Hold on. 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 Wait. Wait. Good enough. Hold on. Good enough. Everybody, is this it? First try? First try? First try? Ah! Mana starts screaming in excitement at obtaining a 5-star in her first set of summons. I know the feeling, girl. Had the same thing happen to me twice last year. Wuthering Waves, their anniversary. Huh? Already? Weren't the chances like 2%? I can see the waves of streamer luck coming in. Somebody knew, like I keep saying, I said this a lot last video, and I'll say it again. Word for word, bar for bar, a VTuber watcher and a VTuber. Bruh, somebody in the writer's room had to have known. There's no way they even would have made this game if they didn't. That or they very much studied VTuber for about 3 months. 3 months ain't enough. They need a year. See, guys? This is what I meant when I said Haruka-chan and I were meant to be. No. Stop saying pre-recorded stream. You guys are basically calling yourself chatbots. Hey, y'all. Now that I think about it, she's kinda right. But not at the same time, not really. Because a YouTube premiere, you can chat. So, but then again, if she's reacting to chat, before they even said pre-recorded stream, if she's reacting to chat, they are chat bots. Good Mana. Mana skips through the lower rarity characters until she gets to the golden glow, just like me. Only to be met with a character distinct from the one she was aiming for. This is the wrong character! There are 2 5 stars on this particular summon. I got the wrong one. What do you mean 2 5 stars? Mana, what do you mean? What do you mean, Mana? That's okay. Yue-chan is also cute. And that was only the first set of summons, so that's still lucky. That is actually quite lucky. It's better to lose early than lose after wasting all your pulls. Let's keep going. Mana quickly burns through the remainder of her summons, without any instances of a golden glow. She lets out an audible groan as she reaches the last of her summons. Oh no. This game was perfect. Like, as someone that watches VTubers and then play gacha games, this game was perfect for me. The cherry on top would be if I was a VTuber, but I'm not. Unfortunately. Maybe one day though. Maybe one day. Just bruh. I feel this. I feel this. I went through 80 without a single 5-star. Surely this will be the one. The portal glows with the golden hue as Mana uses the last of her pulls. Is there guaranteed in this? Mana's model jerks up and she lets out a gasp. This is the one! Mana quickly skips through the animations of the lower rarity characters until she is met with the golden animation. Bruh, this was me last year on my birthday when I was getting Chisa. And I think Dylan. I did get Dylan on my birthday. Yeah, okay. This is me. This is just me last year. A familiar face pops out as Haruka once again evades being summoned. There's no guaranteed in this game. There's no guaranteed in Arknight's Enfield either. Ever since I learned there was no guaranteed in Arknight's Enfield, I've been scared. No! Why? Haruka-chan, why? The way her face only has like the smile. And I think that's done intentionally for the game because VTubers sometimes may not emote too much with their face. Like what they say may not sync up perfectly with their model's facial expressions because most of them gotta hit a button. They can't frown IRL and then the model will just frown IRL as well. So if this is intentional, this is showing Mana is, she'd have to hit a button for her to, have a frowning face or whatever. but the stuck smiley face and all that is kind of funny. The audible squeak of a chair can be heard as Mana's model falls backwards until it reaches the limit of its motion range. And now everybody's just spamming the Mana cry emote while others are reveling reveling in Mana's gacha suffering. That's how it be. Actually, I don't think I've ever been to a VTuber stream where chat was reveling in the 50-50 loss. no. 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, it's the crying emo. Can't say I feel any different. See, all three of us are in sync as per usual. Mana's frozen model indicates that the real-life person is still sulking back in her chair and hasn't entered the visual range of her motion capture. Suddenly, the squeaking of a chair can be heard as Mana's model starts moving again. You know what? That's alright. Is it? That was just the expected value. That just means I'm below average in terms of luck. That happens. Really? You know what they say about the sunk cost truth? Can't let that money I just spent go to waste. I'm pretty sure it's called the sunk cost fallacy. Bro, I don't even know what fallacy means, but I'm gonna just go with whatever Shoma's saying here. Bro, we got fallacy of no return in Wuthering Waves. I talk about Wua a lot, don't I? But we got fallacy of no return in Wuthering Waves. Still don't know what his name means. I should look that up. Let me turn the display off so I can change my charge more gems. Oh no, we going into debt with this one. She hit the let's go gambling button. The game display turns black as the sounds of a plastic card can be heard being dropped on a table. Yeah, that's how VTubers do it. They take all, yeah, because their private information would be leaked if they didn't take off the game display. Like, so they gotta make the screen black. Mana starts humming to herself happily as if to point out the irony of the large amounts of money that can be dropped so casually on gacha games. She's mocking me. I was about to say she's mocking me, chat. Bruh, this is a recording. The game display returns right where it had been when it had disconnected. Haruka-chan will be mine. Minutes pass as the summons are quickly used in succession without any sightings of a gold portal. Mana doesn't say anything, but every 10 pull that is used without a 5-star, Mana closes her eyes and tilts her head upward slowly and silently to reflect her agony. Kuro Games, y'all ain't watching this. There's no way y'all are. Please don't let me be another Mana. Don't let me suffer the same fate as Mana-chan. Did I just say Mana-chan? Okay. Please don't let me suffer the same fate as Mana. Let me win my 50-50 on Segrika. I got 80 convenes in the bank. I'm ready to hit max pity for Segrika. Let me bring the elf girl home. Pain. Oh, she's just like me for real. That's the only word that's come from Mana in the past 50 summons. Oh, she just like me. She just like me. You know, I guess even though I'm not a VTuber, I can still relate to this as a content creator, can't I? How am I just now realizing that? Wasn't I doing that a lot last video though? I'm just now becoming self-aware of it. As she uses her second to last 10 pull without avail, she gives her more exaggerated, silent display of pain yet. I can't emote like Mana, but yeah, hey, if you've seen me play Wuthering Waves as easy, you know. Last 10 pull. That's okay. I still got another 10. Surely this will be the one. Mana, please. You can make it through this, Mana. This is painful to watch, but it's also so funny to see her exaggerated reactions. Yeah. It looks like the life got sucked out of her. Reminds me of Kagurazaka. A golden portal appears as Mana widens her eyes and leans forward. This is it! This is the one! The sounds of Mana mashing her screen could be heard as she quickly skips through the animations. On her ninth summon, she is met again with a familiar face. Oh no. No! Why? The pain. I feel her pain. I feel that. I feel that. Mana once again sinks backwards as the familiar image of the character, Yue, populates the screen. Haruka-chan, why? Waves of emotes and the word pain surge through the chat window. I guess it wasn't meant to be. Maybe we were just... Mana transitions to the next screen while talking. A golden glow appears with the new image. Wait, double? Double? Ah! Haruka-chan! She got a double. That's only happened to me once. And Wuthering Waves, obviously. Only happened to me once. I got Lupa and then Encore. And then when I lost to Encore, I got a guaranteed Frolova. That was the greatest thing. One of these days, I hope this year I at least get another double. Maybe not. That's a 1 in a million chance when it comes to gacha games. But at the same time, you can always hope. Mana rapidly starts clapping and drumming on the desk to express her excitement without damaging anything. She got a double, y'all. Look at my streamer. Ah! You did love me after all. Come here. Mwah. Even if this is a visual novel, I gotta say, this feels like I'm watching an anime. Yes, even though I'm reading it, it feels like I'm watching an anime. The sounds of kissing that are uncomfortably close to a microphone can be heard through the stream. Mana, when was the ASMR stream scheduled again? I chuckle at how Mana has made this pulling session out to be some sort of emotional journey for her. You really did come home after all. She even uses the gacha lingo. You know, the come home. Time to drop every resource I have into her. Yup, that's protocol. That's protocol. Done farming all the materials. Done getting the character. Put them resources in. That's protocol. Mana deftly navigates through the array of menu options to reach the section to grow characters. There we go. And this too. Yup, that's how it is. There's something I want to mention since I've been seeing it come up when I was looking this game up. Please don't whale shame. Please, people value things differently and could have no problem spending money on something they enjoy because they think it's worth it. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not a gacha whale. I spend at best. I've spent $5 a month on Wuthering Waves, and that's it. But if Wuthering Waves released a really insane character, oh, you know my credit card's getting slammed down. Slammed down. You know that meme where the guy's slamming his credit card on the desk and offering it up to like, take my money now. Yeah, that's me. But what Mana said, remember that. Remember, don't whale shame. Only sometimes. Only sometimes. No. If someone consciously decides it's worth it to spend X amount of money for a Y% chance to get something they want, and they're not compromising other things that they might value more, then that's completely fine. There is. Don't shame them because they decided to spend a bunch of money on just a video game or anything similar. That's just being insensitive to our subjective experiences. It's okay to spend money on things we enjoy. That it is. But also to be financially stable. that also. I'm not trying to promote gacha addiction this stream though, through my own spending. I thought this was worth it for me to do as content and for my own enjoyment. Man, I struggled with that sentence, didn't I? Even if I didn't get what I want, I wouldn't have regretted it because I consciously decided it was worth it to spend this money on the chance I get what I want. That's the mindset. That's the ideal gacha mindset. Of course, people can get addicted and end up spending money that they otherwise think is better used on other things, but they can't stop themselves. But we can't know for sure until we get a bigger picture. I don't see it in this community really, but I see it a lot elsewhere on the internet. Let's all try to be more mindful of others, experiences, and values, okay? That was a sudden, but not completely out of nowhere. I see it as I can't read. It's when the sentences get split up from here to here. I think the sentence ends right here. I see it as well on the internet all the time. It's not just gacha games, but it applies to a lot of other hobbies. I think most people would scoff at the amount of money I spend on merchandise and donating, but it's what I enjoy. I don't regret it. Okay, all done. Let's use her in some missions now. After navigating through the menu options for the mission screen, the screen is soon filled with tiled spaces to reveal a turn-based grid system. Oh, this is like Honkai Star Rail? Yes, I was about to say HSR before I decided Honkai Star Rail. Mana effortlessly starts placing units on the board with intent. Hasn't she only started recently? I guess she's always been good at grasping game concepts. I quickly glance over at the chat window to see that other people are already trying to backseat by telling her to use other units. Yeah, here we go. Not the backseaters. Wrong button. But here we go. We got the backseaters, y'all. Guys, I've told you this before. It's much more productive to frame your views in a way that's constructive rather than trying to tell someone that what they're doing is wrong. Yeah. Instead of saying that unit is bad, place that other one. You could say something like, I think this unit is not optimal for this level because it specializes in long range, while the map design is more compact, as well as it having less synergy with my other units. That way, we're understanding why something might not be optimal instead of pushing views onto each other without any reasoning. Big brain Mana, although it also looks like at the same time. She looks like she would make the worst decisions, but she would make the worst decisions absolutely innocently. But she would make good decisions at the same time, like what she's saying now. Like, there's a brain behind those eyes, but those eyes also mask the brain like she don't even got a brain. She gives me puppy vibes. That's what I see her face as, like staring at her. Like just staring at her, like I'm like, that's the face of a puppy. As always, Mana surprises me at how adept she is at handling issues. I guess that's why she's a top VTuber. Always composed and strong-minded, without being too pushy, when she should be. Mana manages to clear the levels with relative ease while regularly interacting with chat. This continues on for about an hour and a half. That should be enough for the content that I can do right now without refilling on energy. I think I'll move on to reading super chats and just hang out for a bit. No, Mana. You got no more energy in the game? Start running around in circles. You gotta do the resinless, the wave plateless behavior. I don't know, I saw that once before in a streamer's chat. What is this wave plateless behavior? It's like when you play Minecraft but you don't have anything to do, so you just run around the place. You just start hopping in circles. Okay, first off is Mana fan number 211 San. What a name. I love this game. I'm so glad you got sponsored. I'm looking forward to how you play. Aw, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of different approaches to reading donation messages, especially depending on the streaming platform. But I'm surprised someone as big as Mana still reads out every single super chat. It honestly seems like a ton of work, and I can see why VTubers wouldn't depend. Ouch. Grammar killing me. The grammar in this game probably ain't even bad. I'm just dumb. It honestly seems like a ton of work, and I can see why VTubers wouldn't depend. No. It's honestly the game's grammar. There should be like a comma here, right? Anyway, and I can see why VTubers wouldn't, depending on their approach. But it really does help the community feel closer with her. The super chat reading continues on with Mana, able to provide active responses to any questions or inquiries that were thrown at her. Next we have Johnson 2427 San. Is she adding the San in their name, or did they put the San in there? I feel like if this is a VTuber's chat, there's gonna be a few people with the name San. But at the same time, she could just be throwing San in the names. Mana, I wanted to send a super chat to tell you how much your streams mean to me. I'm going through a really rough time, and you have been a light that shines through the darkness. You saved me. I don't think I would still be around if it weren't for you, so thank you. Oh boy, it's one of these messages. Well, is that a bad thing? That sounds like a good thing. I mean, I can understand where he's coming from. He probably thinks that they might be flattered in a way for being such an important part of his life. Or that his feelings are so strong that he can't contain it. But nobody wants to have to take that burden of being the only hope for someone. It's just too overbearing. Oh, okay. It's like, oh, okay, I see the problem now. Johnson-san, I'm really glad my streams could be a place of solace for you. But that little bit of light is the only thing I can really provide. The only person that can save you is yourself. I don't have the power to save anybody. Heck, I don't even think I have the power to save myself. That was kind of a hypocritical, backhanded maneuver. I mean, not really. She didn't say she could save herself. What am I saying? I don't even know. I really do hope you find the strength to turn things around. Huh? What'd she mean by that? Chat's just as confused as I am. I wonder who this is. Let me stop. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm here to try and spread smiles as best I can by sharing the things I love. We never know what anybody behind the screen might be going through. True. But I wish for this to continue being a place that everybody can come to comfort through when it... I can't read. I wish for this to continue being a place that everybody can come to for comfort through whatever tough times you might be going through. That's just like Mana to say. She continues to be a pillar of support for so many people. That strength is what makes so many people look up to her. But I'm still wondering what she meant when she said that she doesn't have the power to save herself. Alright, next up is... Mana continued to read through the super chats for about an hour until she was finished with the last one. I think that's the last one. I think I'm going to call it for tonight now. This was a fun stream, but I gotta go... I can't read. This is a fun stream, but I gotta get some things ready for some stuff tomorrow. Don't forget about my anniversary coming up. Oyasu Mana. Bye-bye. You can only save yourself, huh? I don't know if that's entirely true to my experience. I'm not a strong person. I wasn't able to save myself. I had to turn to VTubers for that, for comfort. There's no way that Mana could feel as powerless as I do. I mean, look at how much influence she has and how many people love her. How could she be someone who isn't strong enough to save herself? In the back of my mind, I knew what it was that I was suddenly wishing for. Let me guess. Stop. There's no way I could ever be someone who could save someone like Mana. Maybe. That's just conceited and self-righteous. These are the kinds of thoughts that I wish I wouldn't have. Why am I such a hypocrite, wanting to be someone that can save others when I have nothing to offer? My thoughts are interrupted by the notification sound on my phone. I didn't say interpreted this time. Oh yeah, forgot that Kagurazaka would message me. Oh yeah, I also forgot. I was left on the note that I thought he was supposed to contact her, but no. I remember that what I was mistakening was, mistakening? Why does that word feel odd? I was mistaking for, Shoma wanting to contact Kagurazaka to double check something with her, as he was supposed to call her first. Didn't miss me too much, did you? No. Harsh. Is tomorrow at 2 p.m. fine with you? Yeah, that's okay. There's a classroom, room 402. In the economics building in the west wing of campus Numazu that nobody ever checks. I usually hang out there by myself when I want a place to sit down and think. The doors should still be open for summer courses, but most people should be gone for break. That okay with you? Yeah. Alright. Don't forget the manga volumes, or you'll regret it. There she goes again. You alright? I realize I've been letting my mood show over text. Really? Oh, he sorta has been, hasn't he? Wait, hold on. Yeah, he has been letting his... Like, this is texting like me. Yeah, I'm not too big on texting. But if you text it like me, you are letting your mood show over text. Such a stupid mistake. Now I've got Kagurazaka worrying about someone like me. Oh, sorry. Nothing happened. I guess this just shows how little I text. How dumb of me. There's no response back. I sat in my chair, staring at my phone for a good minute. Bro, this would kill me. My shy self? My anxiety-riddled self? Bro, a phone call would kill me. I text. A phone call would kill me. Suddenly, my phone starts ringing. It's Kagurazaka. Eh? I paused for a second to process what was happening. Yeah. After realizing what was happening, I quickly answered the call so as to not make her wait. Kagurazaka? Hey. What's up? Is there a reason you called? Oh, I just wanted to confirm something for tomorrow and figured it was easier to call. Sure. What is it for? Well, first I wanted to ask, how was Mana's stream? Well, it was great as always. She's a kind, funny, and strong as she always is. I see. There was nothing you found disappointing? Disappointing? Like what? I don't know. Anything, I guess. Not really. It's hard to imagine that I would end up being disappointed with her stream. I see. So it wasn't my fault. Hmm? What do you mean? Nothing. So, what's been going on with you, besides the stream? I immediately recalled the thoughts I was having before being messaged by Kagurazaka. What was his thoughts? I remember he was gonna message her about some thoughts he was having, but I forgot what the thoughts specifically were. There's no way I'm going to burden Kagurazaka with something as insignificant as that. My problems are not worth her concern or time. Nothing much. I was just feeling tired. Say, you ever thought about how contradictory it is for people who are closer to rely on each other more? That doesn't really sound contradictory to me. People going to rely on each other more if they're closer? No. I don't mean it like that. Okay, I can't read. I don't mean see, I can't read. I don't mean it like that. I'm talking about how people who are closer tend to rely on each other more by relying on them, they're also placing some of their burden onto them. Which is the last thing someone who would want to do to others they care about. No? Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, that is true. By getting closer, you become more inclined to do something that you wouldn't want to do to someone you care about. It almost seems self-damaging. Yeah. The only person I can remember burdening like that is my older sister. I care about her a lot, and she's always checking up on me. But I ended up not being able to hide my emotional state too well in the past, and I ended up causing her to worry about me. Now she blames herself for not being able to help me, and I hate myself for that. Why am I telling her this? We just had a conversation about burdening others, and now I'm telling her about my problems? Technically, she was the one who asked, but I didn't have to give any details. But it's weird. I feel oddly at peace sharing this information with Kagurazaka. Your sister sounds like a kind person. She really is. Which is honestly all the more reason that I shouldn't be wasting her time and energy with my insignificant issues. Come on. I've told you this before. Your struggles still matter to you, don't they? Yeah, I remember. But I don't think it matters whether they're insignificant or they're significant or not. I still wouldn't want to burden her either way. I feel the same way. I've made the mistake of sharing my burdens with someone I've cared deeply about in the past. Things changed for me, and I just ended up causing them pain. My very existence became a source of resentment. But the sad part is that they did nothing wrong, and I don't blame them. It was just a natural feeling that came about. What hurt the most is that they still treated me with kindness and wanted to keep associating with me afterwards. I couldn't bear to continue causing them pain. Kagurazaka seemed like she wanted to continue, but stopped herself. As it is, she's told me more about herself than she's ever done in our previous conversations. Sorry, I said too much. I didn't mean to bother you with that. The pot is calling the kettle. Well, it's more like they're looking in the mirror, because they're both bothering each other with more than what they should have been saying, or it felt like they shouldn't have been saying. You know? That's alright. But doesn't that mean you care about me since you don't want to burden me with that? Shoma. Heh, good one. I can't help but break a smile despite the tone of the conversation. Say, you wouldn't consider us close, would you? Well, it's only been 2 days since we met. And we haven't really talked too much. I think so too. So, I guess what I want to say is if there's anything you want to talk about and you don't want to burden someone you're close with, I don't mind listening if it makes you feel better. Huh. I can't guarantee that I'll have any answers though. You know? I think that may be the most unique way I've ever seen someone be thoughtful. Hey! Well, sorry for being weird. No, I'm actually really thankful. And I find it kind of refreshing. Most people I know would have just told me to not hesitate to rely on them. And I wouldn't be able to tell if they're just trying to be nice or not. Well, maybe I'm just trying to be nice when I'm not. It doesn't really seem that way to me. But thanks. The same goes for you. Though I'm open to listening to anything. Though, the same goes for you though. Man, I can't read. Maybe my grammar is off. Maybe the game's grammar is on point. The same goes for you though. I'm open to listening to anything. Okay. Get ready for my life story in 3, 2, 1. Wait, I think that's going a bit too fast. Haha. I hear Kagurazaka. I hear Kagurazaka give an audible laugh despite her pulling the phone away from her face. Maybe you'll get my life story at a higher bond level. Not the bond level again. He's at 8 out of 1,000. I don't think I want to know what bond level you're going to require of me to get that. Don't worry, there's always the pay to win option. Yeah, what did that cost? 10,000 yen? 62 bucks? Girl, what's wrong with you? Yeah, something, gotcha's evil, something, Yui-chan wasn't going to wait for her next banner. Looks like you already know my life story. That's how you're defining your life? I hear another series of muffled laughs. Coming from the other end of the line. No, but really, thanks. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't usually share anything about my past or want to burden anybody. But there was a bit of comfort in sharing that part about my past I mentioned earlier. Even if it was really vague. I feel the same way. Maybe it's because we both know that we don't want to burden others. You're saying it's about that mutual understanding? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But thanks. I'm feeling a lot better now. Oh. So you really were bothered by something? No. I keep hitting that button. I right-clicked. I'm just feeling a little less tired is all. I sure wish I could say the same about my own fatigue. Girl, you got bags under your eyes. I don't think you're just tired. You're welcome. I really didn't do anything though. I don't even know what you're going through. And even if I did, I don't think I would have the strength to help you. That reminds me of what Mana said. That does. That she doesn't have the strength to save anyone, even herself. Was that actually Mana saying that? What do you mean? Nothing. That was definitely something. It's getting kind of late, so let's talk some more tomorrow. I'll make sure to bring your postcard. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. I almost forgot about that too, Shoma, I ain't gonna lie. All I remember is the manga, and that's it. I forgot about the postcard. Sure, thanks. Oh yeah, You called because you mentioned you wanted to confirm something for tomorrow. What was it? It wasn't not the location of where y'all were gonna meet up? Oh, that? Are you fine with the agreed upon meeting time and place? Oh yeah, that, oh. Right, they did just do that, they did just text about it. They didn't, like, verbally talk about it. Yeah. Cool. See you tomorrow then. Wait, that's it? Yeah. Something wrong? I mean, it's not that there's anything wrong. You know what? Never mind. I think I get it. I shouldn't really waste her consideration. Duh. Oh yeah. I also wanted to apologize to her. Oh, one more thing before you go. I want to apologize in case I said anything out of line before you left earlier. Right, that's why he was gonna message her first, but didn't. Right, that's why. Oh, don't worry. You didn't say anything out of line. It's not anything wrong with you. It's just me. Night. Before I can say anything, I hear the sound of the call hanging up. I get up from my chair and drag myself to my bed. I stare at the ceiling of my room, blankly taking in the monochromatic. I've never seen the word monochromatic. I've seen the word monochrome, and that's it. I've never seen the word monochromatic, but hey, we seeing it today. The first glance of Kagurazaka's personal experiences weighed on my mind. So Kagurazaka ended up becoming a source of resentment. Hold on. I'd be like, chat? I can't see. Wait, I can go back? Did I go back? Can I go back? I can go back? Wait, how'd I do that? Wait. I accidentally hit the mouse. How'd I do that? Wait, if I hold right click, will it do that? I'm gonna test it out after I read this. So Kagurazaka ended up becoming a source of resentment from people she cared about. And those people still wish to associate with her despite that resentment? Okay, let me test it now. No. No, it's not right click. What the heck is it? I'll check when I'm done with this recording, if I can still remember it. That doesn't sound right. Why would you want to keep associating with someone that you resent? Because you care about them, you idiot. You don't abandon someone you care about when they're in a tough time. And I wonder what happened afterwards. If Kagurazaka thought she was causing them pain just by existing, then what would she do? Is it a bad thing that I immediately thought of something when this came up on the screen? Because I think anyway, I think Shoma knows deep down too. I don't really want to think about that. Yeah, I think he knows deep down the same thing. If she felt like her actions caused pain to the people that she cared about, then I can't imagine that feeling too great for her to either. I wonder if she hates herself because of it. Every glimpse I get into Kagurazaka's thoughts, the more confused I get. Let's just go to sleep for tomorrow. VTuber can. Why I keep saying it like that? Bro, that was just the intro. That's just the intro. We just got started. Hour-long intro. I'm joking. Obviously, I know that's not the intro. That's the intro to this video, though. A gentle breeze traces my face as I make my way through the familiar path to my college campus. I forgot, did they say they go to the same college? They probably didn't, I missed it. I only remember... I was about to say Kagurazaka. I only remember Makoto saying, the college she went to. I do not remember Kazuma. Kazuma? Oh my freaking... Poor Shoma, he's Kazuma. Kazuma, that's me. That's my name. I lift my shoulders to readjust my bag carrying the weight of manga volumes. Carrying a bag with books to a classroom on campus? That's almost like I'm back a couple of months to when classes are active. I'm not used to seeing the campus so peaceful. Usually I would see people swarming this area to get to their next class or back home. I could appreciate this calm, quiet ambiance. I pause at the side of a vending machine, off to the side of a walkway. I guess I could get a coffee for Kagurazaka. Does it look like she need coffee? Dog, what you need to get her is something like... What's a drink that helps people sleep? Because coffee ain't it. Dog, you seen bags under her eyes. Bruh, I got bags under my eyes. At least I think I still do. I definitely still do. My sleep schedule is horrendous. It's 6:21 a.m., dog. I've been up since 11 a.m. 11 p.m. Like, just so y'all know, I haven't slept in 24 hours. I semi-nap. I don't know. The concept of sleep is foreign to me, just like it is to Makoto. Maybe that'll bring some life to her eyes. Maybe her sleeping would. I arrive at the door to the room that Kagurazaka specified. I don't hear anything inside. Not that I expected to hear anything. Kagurazaka is probably just staring out the window, thinking to herself. She hid in that main character. She hid in a main character thing. You know the thing. Makoto, do the thing. I slide open the door and scan the contents of the room. In the center of the room is the familiar figure of Kagurazaka. We need to call her by her first name, dog. Even though I know why he's calling her by her last. Because, bro, that one is a mouthful. I know this could be a Japanese family name until yesterday, bruh. Y'all need to get closer. I need y'all to get closer so she could just call you by your first name and you could call her by her first name, dog. I need y'all two to get closer fast. She's sitting at a desk and has her head I thought that said resenting. I'll be like, what? She is sitting at a desk and has her head resting on her arms. Her eyes are closed and her body slowly moves at the rhythm of her breaths. She's sleeping? She sleeps? Guess I am a bit early. But I wouldn't expect her to just fall asleep in a classroom before she's about to meet someone. She also doesn't seem like the type of person to want anybody to catch her sleeping. I close the door behind me and make my way over to Kagurazaka, debating on whether I should wake her up. Dang, she looks so peaceful. So peaceful. Head pats for the Makoto, head pats for the Kagurazaka. Okay, when I said head pats for the Kagurazaka, it feels like, I don't know, offer up your priceless possessions to our Lord and Savior Kagurazaka. That's how much of that family name sounds. That's what saying head pats to the Kagurazaka sounds like. It's like we're at a shrine and head pats to the Inu or something. I don't know. Head pats to the Kagurazaka. Head pats to the Makoto. The outline of her face makes itself clear as I walk along the side of the classroom. There was a calm innocence that's a stark contrast from her usual deadpan. Really? Cynical, but playful demeanor. But there was also a faint sadness to it, an almost wistful longing. Dang, she been waiting for that now. Oh. 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 As I walk across the classroom through the desks, reflections of light start to reveal themselves near Kagurazaka's eyes. I notice the tear stains that create a trail from each of her eyes. Is she crying? I freeze in place, unable to fully process the scene. Feelings of sorrow and uncertainty wash over me as I collect my thoughts. I'm unable to take any action other than to watch the faint glimmer of light from the teardrops at the corners of her eyes. Seeing her like this, she looks so vulnerable and fragile. Like she could just collapse at any moment. Maybe that's why I'm afraid to reach for her, because she could give way at the slightest touch. Is she dreaming about something? Or did something happen recently? What can I do for her? I really am pathetic. Kagurazaka is in front of me, potentially going through some harsh circumstances, and here I am, having such selfish thoughts. I feel like I should do something for her, but my immediate motivation wasn't because of her. It was for my own self-satisfaction of feeling like I had worth by being someone useful. So disgusting. These conceited, self-indulgent thoughts. As if in response to my thoughts, Kagurazaka's arms slowly start shifting to indicate that she's woken up. Her eyes clench for a brief moment, and then slowly open. She slowly rises as she brings the back of her hand to her eyes, immediately noticing moisture of the tears as she makes contact. Her calm sadness quickly transforms into panic as she turns in her head and immediately notices my presence. It's hard to tell exactly what is behind her expression. Is it desperation? Or maybe even fear? Kagurazaka quickly turns her head and wipes her face on her sleeves. She then turns her head back to me. If you apologize right now, then it's not too late for forgiveness. Huh? Her remark takes me off guard because of her sudden shift in demeanor. Sorry. Might as well just roll with it. Normally I would have taken a jab back, but I'm still sensitive to the scene I had just witnessed. Logically. Are you worried about me? Don't be. That was nothing. I was just having an emotional dream. Which kind of emotions? There are more than one, Makoto. I dreamt that I lost the gacha for my favorite character, and it was her last banner. It was terrible. Makoto. I can't bring myself to smile at her joke. Neither can I. Maybe it's better if I did. Maybe it's better if I just pretend that she was telling the truth, and it was all really nothing significant. But I can't bring myself to do that. Hey, I try to find the right words to say. What can I even say? Nothing I can say will be short of conceited and self-righteous. After all, Am I even doing this for her? Please don't worry about me. I really am fine. So please, don't give me that face. What about your own expression? All I'm doing is making her feel worse. I really don't know what to do. But I don't want to see her plead like this. Sorry. I look away to hide my expression, not knowing if that's even preferable to looking at her. Trying to think of a way to clear the awkwardness. I remember that I bought coffee for Kagurazaka on the way. I open my bag and hand her the can of coffee. Here, I bought this since I figured you would be tired. She was in fact tired. Yeah. I'm always tired. Maybe tired is just comparative. If that's my default state of being, then am I really tired? Wait. Chat, is she speaking facts? Yes. By all reasonable interpretations, I would still consider you to be tired. Why do I keep hitting right click? Stupid destroyer. Kagurazaka just gives me a slight smile as she grasps the can and pulls the tab to crack open the lid. She silently starts sipping, looking off to the side of the classroom. Oh yeah, here's the postcard you wanted. Kagurazaka hands me the signed postcard I've been incessantly? Whatever, I've never seen that word before. I think I've heard it. I've been incessantly searching for online for the past few months. The penmanship is a bit messy, an indicator that this postcard was hand-signed. Still in mint condition, but the plastic wrap remaining undisturbed. Wait, the condition is flawless. How do you even have this? I told you, I'm a big fan. Is every big fan of Mana so critical of her? Maybe I should do that as well. Don't, Shoma. Well, maybe she'd prefer it that way. I don't know about that, G. I don't know about that, Makoto. I have a hard time believing that. I don't know, G. I opened my bag to carefully place the postcard in my bag in a position that it would not possibly get damaged. You better, Shoma. I don't think we get in the second one. I mean, unless, nah, imagine. I pull out the manga volumes that I had stored in my bag and hand the small stack to Kagurazaka. Here, Heroes of the Sky, most recent volumes. Oh, yeah, thanks. It seems like we're mostly back to talking like normal. It seems like it indeed. But there's still a lingering awkwardness in the air. It's probably best not to think about it. Yeah, probably. For now. Kagurazaka starts flipping through the pages of the earliest volume given to her and tracks her eyes across the pages. I walk over to the window and look out at the campus. Beautiful green canopy adorns the sides of the modern buildings. Bruh, it's a college campus. You don't gotta go into detail. There's a calm beauty to the grounds when students aren't crowding every path. I can hear Kagurazaka occasionally giving a or interesting in between the sounds of pages being flipped. Say, who's your favorite character? I turn my head to Kagurazaka, still scanning through the pages of the volume in her hands. Well, if I had to say, it would be the antagonist, Argent. The antagonist? Bro, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with me, actually? Remember those Kamen Rider Gov references I was doing last video? Calling this guy Shoma? Even, saying he's not Shoma because he doesn't look twink enough? Bro, he looks like Shoma's brother, Nilev. He does look like the villain. He looks like one of the antagonists from Kamen Rider Gov. He looks like Shoma's brother. So, now everything's checking out. I really respect how he's able to stand true to his convictions through all of his hardships. He has the power to make them a reality, and isn't afraid to take the necessary steps forward. He doesn't rely on anybody else and pushes forward with his own strength. You know he's gonna lose in the end, right? Such is the cruelty of fate. He tries his best not to hurt the innocent, but his methods are misguided. That's usually the type of character that loses, but has some sort of redemption, and turns around to be an ally against some greater evil. That is true. Like, from the sounds of this Argent, yeah, he's probably gonna be the redemption villain. He's gonna be the Obito. Did you just spoil the ending for me? Shoma? The story isn't over yet, and I'm just talking about theoreticals. Okay, because I was remembering, like, if she's looking at the earliest volume, I mean, I know she hasn't, checked them out in a while. I have no idea. Anyway. Kagurazaka lets go of the book to let out a big laugh. Like, wait, I didn't spoil it. What about you? Who's your favorite? Princess Claudia. She was forced to suddenly bear the weight of her entire kingdom at a young age. How many princess stories are like that these days? If I'm being honest, it's gotta be like 1,000 of them. I swear there has been. She was able to take such a responsibility and not collapse under the weight of the expectations of hundreds of thousands of people. Although she says she wasn't ready for it, she managed to persevere and steer the kingdom in the right direction. How strong do you have to be able to do that? You have a point. She was even younger than us when she was tasked with leading her kingdom. I think the amazing part was that she was able to do so without being sure of herself. She doubted every decision she made, but managed to stay strong. If it was someone else who was 100% sure of their decisions, then I don't think they would experience as much turmoil. True. Well, you never know. I'm sure confident people would have their own issues they would face. That is also true. 3 of us in sync again? Not that I would know. You seem pretty confident about VTubers. I don't face any uncertainty there. They are a fact of life. Show 'em up. There's plenty of uncertainty. VTubers as a concept is fairly new, and we have no idea what their future holds. Oh, like we're getting into the VTuber topic. You know what that means. Every time we went into the VTuber topic, things got deep. Things are getting deep. Strap in, boys. Boys and girls, strap in, buckle up. Things about to get deep. We going into the VTuber topic. And the trajectory of being a content creator is never predictable. Also true. Oh no. Also, you never know who might be part of the next big drama of controversy. I hate how right you are about that, Makoto. Cause I never would have thought somebody like... Anyway. You see it all the time. Someone has art copyright complications, someone else accidentally reveals a chat log or gets a message that indicates something controversial. Man. Why do I keep hitting that button? Man, I wish I stopped. Did I? Yeah, okay, I read that. Another shows one part of their real life self and everybody goes crazy. Yeah. I guess in that sense, that's true. VTubers seem to face a lot of the same problems that other public figures do. Yeah, they sort of are public figures. Not to the extent of, like, they're finna get, like, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but in a sense, they are public figures. With some of their own unique problems. In a way, the anatomy, okay, I still can't say this word. Anonymity. I live in an anonymity. Anonymity. In a way, the anonymousness that protects them can also work against them. I assume you mean how people want to know about their personal lives because it's almost like it's forbidden knowledge. True. What were we also saying? Yeah. VTubers try their best to hide their personal life, but that just makes people want to find out more. That is true. You tell someone don't look that way, they'll look that way immediately. So, yeah. Honestly, I can't say I haven't had those feelings come to me naturally before. I can't even say I haven't either, just like Shoma. I know it's wrong to try and pursue that knowledge, but it's just such a natural feeling. As I say, curiosity is the greatest curse of humanity, or rather, the greatest curse of all life. If you watch a VTuber who has all these great qualities, you just want to know who they actually are. True. Who they are actually, eh? You like to ask that a lot, don't you? That she does. Oh yeah, I guess that's sort of what we talked about when we first met. Is it? Actually, yeah, it is. Yeah, well, I remember so much of last video. Not much, not the specifics, but I remember little subjects. Little subjects. Whether that's the VTuber's real self or not. Yeah, I remember that. Regardless of real or not, I don't think we would necessarily be any better off by knowing what a VTuber is like outside of streaming. I guess, yeah, that's true. That's true. All it would likely end up doing is satiating our curiosity. Yeah. Like, let's be honest, what are we truly gaining from learning who a VTuber is behind the avatar, other than, well, like Shoma said, satiating our curiosity? There's literally nothing we gain from that. The true facts this game be speaking. And it would be at the expense of the VTuber's privacy and feelings. Maybe that's not the side of themselves that they want to show to the public. And even if they act pretty much the same in person, I don't think anybody would ever want their personal information leaked. No. Nobody wants that personal information leaked. We don't dox people out here. They would have to live in a constant fear and anxiety that they might become the source of unwanted attention. Yep. I would imagine VTubers already have some anxiety about that, just from having their voice identified in public. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I sometimes I'd be imagining, dang, what if one of these days I run into a VTuber on the street and I recognize their voice from stream? Like, what do I do? Do I go up? Nah, I ain't gonna call them out immediately. Be like, hey, it's that, you're that VTuber I know, right? You're so-and-so. No. As a matter of fact, I think I'm just walking away. Listen, it's just a core memory for me at this point. You know what? Better yet, make up an excuse, walk up to them, be like, "Hi." That's it, walk away. That's the end of the conversation. That's a core memory. I met that VTuber, once in a lifetime moment, walking away. Walking away. Because bruh, all I'm doing, if I told the VTuber that I know they're so and so, now that I think about it, I just make them worry. I just shoot their anxiety up to level 999. Did you get the reference? But anyway, that's all it would be doing if you or anybody did that to a VTuber out in the open, in the real world. So yeah, best I do is walk away or walk up to them, say, "Hi, how are you?" Don't even mention that I know who they are, and walk away. Just say hi, walk away. Carry that core memory for the rest of my life. I met a VTuber. That's it. I take that information to the grave. Because by proxy, if I said I met this VTuber here, in a way, now people know the VTuber is in this state, this country, and all of that. You know. Anyway. Yeah. I would imagine a lot of VTubers talk on stream like they normally would. Yeah. But you'd be surprised at how many of them are good at changing their voice and the way they speak. That is so true. Bruh, there's this one VTuber I watched. I went back to watch her debut stream. Different voice entirely. I think her voice is like higher? Maybe higher. Yeah, higher than it was at her debut. I don't know why. That may be the case, but not saying it's a problem, but at the same time, I can't say I'm not curious about what happened. I want to watch the two streams like where it's completely distinct, like where their voices come very distinct. Like one stream, a little bit of a deep voice, and then the next stream, a bit higher. Or maybe it wouldn't be too distinct. Maybe it'd be like a gradual shift to the point where nobody notices. I would have to go through every single one of their streams to pinpoint where the distinct difference is. We're getting off topic. No, we're still on topic. That's true. A lot of them have voice acting skills. That is true. The one I was talking about just now, she got voice acting skills. Mana's voice acting especially is nice. Oh, you think so? You don't? I think it's okay. Harsh as ever. Of course, if compared to a professional, it won't be as good. But for a typical person, it's amazing. It just shows how much hard work she's put into it. I find it really weird that you call yourself a big fan, but you're also so critical of her. Do you secretly hate her or something? Nah, she one of the hate watchers of Mana. Imagine. Of course not. She's brought me opportunities to connect to others in a way that brings me so much joy despite how terrible the world can be. The identity of Mana is who I wish to be. Someone who's always beautiful, happy, and kind, that can overcome any hardship while also bringing joy to others. I didn't think she'd suddenly say something positive about Mana. I mean, she could say some things positive about Mana every now and again. Has she said anything positive about Mana, though? I legitimately cannot remember. Now that, I cannot. Someone who's beautiful, happy, and kind, huh? Pretty sure she's referring to inner beauty. Guess I don't know her too well to say, but I don't think she's necessarily ugly inside. No, not at all. On the outside, no, not ugly. On the inside, I doubt she's ugly. All she is a little pessimistic. She just need a little bit more life. She just need a little bit more life on the inside. That's it. Life? Life? I meant to say light, but life works as well. Did I say life? I have no idea. I can't remember. I can't remember the past, what, 3 seconds that just went by? Not that she's lacking in physical beauty either. See, show my nose. show my nose. Not to say she's lacking in physical beauty either. Minus her eyes. I mean... But the eyes too, Shoma. I'm just saying. Like, Shoma, shut up. The eyes is what's selling it, though. But that is an insane thing to say, considering it doesn't seem like she sleeps well. We're moving on. We're moving on from that. I guess Kagurazaka isn't exactly a happy person. But it's hard to tell because most of the time she seems to joke around a lot and she is sad. Then she doesn't say it. Yeah, it's called masking pain, buddy. And kind? I mean, she messes with me a lot and has some strong opinions. But I can tell she has a good heart. I mean, their last interaction before Shoma came to the college, to school, sorta proved that. I don't think you're exactly lacking in those values. Oh, so you think I'm beautiful? Alright, I regret saying anything. Obviously, you weren't talking just about physical beauty. Sorry. Thank you, really, for saying so. But I can't look at myself that way. That's all I'll say. Kagurazaka lifts back up the manga and starts reading where she left off. Dang, I forgot she was reading. If I tried to push the conversation any further, then it might seem like she's trying to gain pity from me. But what you said about Mana is really surprising to hear. I honestly feel a similar way. She embodies so many values that I wish I had. The person behind her must be an amazing person. Kagurazaka doesn't say anything. She continues to keep her eyes focused on her manga, not slowing her pace. Her eyes wander around the room for a minute until Kagurazaka speaks up again. By the way, I don't think I ever asked, why Mana in particular? You're asking why she's my favorite? Well, aside from all the points I made previously. Okay, dude, we get it. I was in a pretty poor headspace for some time, not too long ago. I found Mana's stream and it got me out of a rough place. It was a place where I felt like I belonged. I also took inspiration in the values that she embodies. Oh. Kagurazaka doesn't say any more. She probably doesn't want to pry any further. It's okay. I don't think I'm in a better place now. I think. Why is my brain filtering in random words? It's okay. I think I'm in a better place now. So, you don't have to worry. I'm glad to hear that. Kagurazaka's smile was unlike the usual sad smiles she gives. This one had a genuine, tender happiness behind it. Did I say unusual? Or did I say usual? Thanks. What'd she say? Okay. Okay. Anyway. Kagurazaka returns to the manga, and I turn back around to gaze outside while I think to myself. Back out the window. Oh, dang. Y'all stayed at the college that long? Dang. Y'all could have gone to the park again. Yeah, they're going to the park again. After some time, Kagurazaka closes the book in her hand and places it on top of the desk in front of her. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to finish these in one sitting. You can take them home if you'd like. Nah, that's okay. I can borrow them again at a later time. I don't think I'll have the time again to read it in the near future anyway. I see. Kagurazaka hands me back the manga books, and I carefully place them in my bag, so as to not damage the postcard. Ah yes, the postcard. The sacred Mana Orion postcard. Oh yeah, I still feel like I owe you something for the postcard. Oh right. So wait, what? We got money? We throwing some money at her? Here, money. Take the money. Here, the cash. Remember, this man was ready to get on his knees for the postcard. Come on, don't sweat it. If anything, you're doing me a favor by taking it from me. Dang, why? I don't see how that makes any sense. Fine, let me think of something, just so you can have some peace of mind. Let's see. Should I have you dance like a monkey in front of me? Should I have you run around campus in your underwear? Good lord, dear girl. Should I ask for the secret to being happy? Girl, I don't think you even... Oh, actually, that's why she would be asking for the secret to being happy. I don't think Shoma even truly knows the secret to being happy. I think his answer, as a matter of fact, to the secret of being happy would be VTubers. Hey, I think I just heard something concerning at the end of that joke. That's true. You could take that as a joke. Like the secret to being happy. That. You could take that ending part as the whole thing of the joke, or you could take that as like the inner person's true self slipping out. Man, I wonder what she was dreaming of. Anyway, one of those is definitely something I can't fulfill. So you're saying you'll do the first two? Wait, you actually might? You've long lost your dignity? Can't lose something I never had. Look at my boy. Look out the bicycle, my boy. Nah, you just let me. I'd probably say something like that too. Like, you can't lose it. What if I never had it? Look out the bicycle, my boy. They got him dignityless. Gone. Like, hey man, if we play gacha games, if we watch VTubers, our dignity is gone. That's a joke, clearly. There's nothing wrong with watching VTubers. But if you play gacha games, I think our dignity is gone. that part, no, that's gone. That's gone. That's truly gone. Oh, I think I have something. Come with me into the city tomorrow. I need your help buying something. What do you need to buy? Graphics cards. I want 2 of them, but they only let each person buy 1. Oh, it's like the thing she mentioned yesterday, or the day before yesterday, about the graphics cards, but they wouldn't let her have 2 because she thinks that the employee thought that she was a scalper. Yeah, we going. Alright. Wait, isn't that what Mana experienced? Oh, wait. No, that was Mana. Yeah, Mana's the one that said that. Huh. Okay, then. It's weird. Wait. Oh, yeah, that really was Mana. I thought Makoto said that. No, Mana said that. Wait, isn't that what Mana experienced? I mean, I guess there are a lot of people who want graphics cards. But how many of them would want to buy 2? Bruh, we don't really interact with... Bro, we've interacted with 2 people in this game. Well, 3. Wait, 3? 3? 3? Yeah, 3. We've talked to Mana, Makoto, and Yoko was Shoma's sister. Yeah, we've interacted with 3 people in this game. I guess it's a wild coincidence. Is it going into the city with her kind of like a date? Here we go. Here we go. The average main character, the average male character in a romance anime, thinking, hey, we going into the city, just the 2 of us. We going on that date. The average romance anime. Somebody hit me with the random romance anime. I'm starving. Maybe that's weird to think considering I've already been meeting with her one-on-one in person for the past few days. Sure. Well, why do you need 2? Because I have 2 PCs. Two PCs. Nah, she privileged. She got that money. Okay. Why do you have two PCs? Nosy, He just like me. I'm questioning everything. I ain't gonna lie. Like, why do you have two PCs? You know, the question, the thought crossed my mind of, what if I had two PCs? If I had two PCs, one is recording a game and the other one I'm playing the game on. Just to make sure if the game blew up, the recording is sort of saved on another computer. If the game blew up the PC, hey, at least I still got the recording. I don't ask why you have two ears. I don't ask why you have two bags under your eyes, but I am now. Yeah, I figured you would give a response like that. Yep, that's very Makoto. I think I'll call it here for now. I'll message you the details later tonight. Alright, sounds good. I think I'll stay here for a bit longer, actually. You can head out first. Oh, sure. As I arrive in front of the door to exit the classroom, I looked back at Kagarazaka to see her staring out the window, deep in thought. But it doesn't seem like she's looking at the view of the campus, but rather looking at something farther than what I can see. You mean nothing and really getting lost in thought. It's almost like she's in her own world. Yeah, getting lost in thought. Walking my way downtown, moving fast. In my hometown. I don't know the lyrics to that song. I don't know. I saw this hallway and thought of that, okay? I slide open the door and step outside the classroom, wondering if it would even matter if I stayed in that classroom with her. I turned to the door and placed my hand on the handle to slide it closed. I managed to catch a glimpse of Kagarazaka before the door shuts, as most people do when they close doors and people are inside. Bro, I think my middle finger gets a bit tired. Is that a thing fingers can do? Can they get tired? Cause my middle finger just falls asleep, says, yeah, I'm done. And just entirely drops all its weight, all its might onto the right side of the mouse, cause bruh, what's going on? Her expression had shifted from her usual calm, pensive state. What I saw was an expression that was unmistakably that of somber, wistful longing. VTuber connect! Bruh, I want to go back into that classroom. Shoma, let's go back into that classroom. What was she dreaming about? Why was she crying? I don't like my characters crying. How the flark did I get back here? Wait. Remember that time where the text went back earlier? And I thought it was like right-clicking? You think that's a glitch? Maybe that's a... No, I wanted to say that's a button I hit, but that would make no sense if it was a button I hit. Because my left arm is literally just by my legs. It's just by my lap. And my... Did I say my left or right? Well, my left arm is just resting on my lap, and my right arm is just, you know, on the mouse. Kon Mana, it's your shining star in the night sky, Mana Orion. Rejoice, Mana fans, for I am here. She said the thing! She said the thing! It's all Mana! She's here, have no fear, for all Mana is here. As you can see from the stream title, it'll just be a chatting stream for today. I just feel like talking about whatever comes to mind. It's just one of those days, you know? Chatting streams aren't particularly rare. Mana sure does them less than others. I wonder what she's going to talk about. How long do I plan on streaming tonight? I don't know. Do you want me gone? Of course. Of course, that the very VTuber response. Is that why you're asking? Maybe I should just end the stream right now because you asked that. Bro, I think for once she hasn't had like the smile on her face. Dang, that's kinda... Like if you could put 2 and 2 together. Oh, Flark, wait. Bro, I can use the scroll wheel on the mouse to... Oh, wait, maybe that's how everything was going back. That'll make a lot of sense. Because my index finger, if I'm not clicking the left side of the mouse, my index finger is resting on that, so... Huh. Wait. Oh, okay. Wait, am I going the right way? Is forward on? Maybe, man, I'm just clicking. Let me keep my hand off the wheel. Wait, I can... This button does what I think it does, right? No! Okay, no. Oh, scared the life out of me. Jump scared. The jump scare of a lifetime. Okay. So that button takes me back to where I was, okay? Note that down, everybody. Note that down, all-stars. That button takes me to where I was. What does this do? That's probably autoplay. This takes me to where I was. The scroll wheel takes me back. What does this do? Restart like the whole chapter or like what? Whatever. Anyway. Mods. How long do I plan on streaming tonight? I don't know. Do you want me gone? Is that why you're asking? Maybe I should just end the stream right now because you asked that. Mods? Hold on, can y'all hear this snap? Can y'all hear this? Let me check. Wait. Ow, I hit my table, my arm. Ow. Mods, ban that guy. Jarvis, leak his IP address. Silverwolf, steal from his bank account, my arm. But like I said, like Shoma said, mods, ban that guy. Friday, ban that guy. Jarvis, ban that guy. Immediately. It'll probably be a short stream though. I have some stuff I have to get ready for tomorrow. My arm. Ow. Also, a reminder that there won't be any stream tomorrow if you haven't checked out my schedule. If you haven't seen my schedule, then that probably means you aren't following me on social media. Why aren't you following me on my social media? God, here's the plug. You better follow me right now if you aren't. There's that smile. There's that smile that makes me think of Mana like a puppy. Cause this feels like a puppy face. I don't know. Anyway, there'll be one karaoke stream in 2 days. And then I'll be taking a break until the anniversary stream. Ah yes, the obligatory break before the big day. That's not often, but sometimes it happens. What do we do to be blessed with a karaoke stream? I'm so excited. It'd be like that sometimes for karaoke streams. This one VTuber I watched will never do an actual karaoke stream, which is completely fine. Like, you don't want to sing, by all means don't, if you don't feel like it. But the gag is that for April, was it April? Was it April? Yeah, I think it was. No, wait, no. This happened in December. I think it was like Christmas stream. Every time it was time for another song, she just muted herself. Just a whole mute, just a full mute. I think there were some new people that didn't get the joke and actually thought she meant to have her audio mic on. But oh my, it was funny. The bait of a lifetime, the stream of a lifetime. What am I planning for my anniversary? For the anniversary? Let's say that's a secret. It's more fun if it's a surprise. She could be planning something special. Most people should expect her to do standard anniversary stuff. Yeah, that's fair. Now, when you think of a VTuber anniversary, you expect the standard VTuber anniversary stuff like the merch, react to your debut stream. What else is there? I don't know. Call-ins, maybe? I don't know, seriously, what else is there? Watch my debut stream? Maybe. No, I think I would die from cringe. Oh my freaking, what did I tell y'all? Word for word, bar for bar. The debut stream, the merch, maybe some call-ins. Come on now. I know my VTubers. I know mana. I know my VTuber stuff. I know my VTuber lingo. Lingo? What does that have to do with anything? I have no idea. But I know my VTubers. And it's always they will die from cringe if they saw their debut stream. I was such an innocent soul when I debuted. Not the innocent soul. So many things have happened since then. It's almost been a year, huh? I really do want to thank everybody for all the support until now and into the future as well. It really does mean the world to me. I guess she got a bit melancholic? Yeah, melancholic. I've seen that word before. I've heard it, and yet I still can't pronounce it myself. Okay. I guess she got a bit melancholic thinking back on her year thus far. Heh. Maybe I should be saving this talk for my anniversary stream. Alright. No more cheesiness. I thought that said chessiness. What is chessiness? Is that playing too much chess? Anyway. Alright. No more cheesiness. You guys are going to start crying at this rate. Wait, hold on. If you heard something from the mic, that was the mic hitting the table. I kept feeling something weird on my mouse pad. There was some random hair there. I don't know how. Anyway. For a second, I thought a spider got on my mouse pad. I was about to say, goodbye. Listen, I'll leave an insect alone. Well, arachnid, technically. I'll leave an insect alone. I'll leave any bug alone. Because I said insect and I just corrected myself right before that calling it an arachnid. I'll leave any bug alone. It just gotta stay out of my space. If you're directly on my mouse, you on my mouse pad, where my hand is, you're in my space, you must go. You must go. There is no catch and release. There is only death. There's only death. No catch and release. There's catch and kill. See? You guys are already spamming Mana cries in chat. Come on, we should all be smiling. What are we doing? I looked away for 1 minute. Start crying at this rate. Ah, I see. See? Smile. Happy, happy. Yeah, you're very convincing with that deadpan happy impression. I know the world can be a harsh place. I hope this can be a place where you find some light if your world is filled with darkness. Ah, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the kind words, Mana. I've been stuck in a rut recently. Do you have any advice on how I can become as positive and strong as you? I don't know. Have you tried just being happy? I don't think it's that simple, Mana. Thanks, I'm cured? Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't you think of that? Glad I could help out, guys. Here you have it. The secret to happiness revealed on Mana's stream. Look at that face. The secret to happiness revealed in those eyes. Well, eyes. I don't want to create any depressing vibes, so here's the only thing I'll say. I don't really have an answer to that question, but I really do hope everyone here finds their version of true happiness. And not the kind where you're just avoiding sadness. A true happiness where you can give genuine smiles instead of finding it in yourself to smile despite whatever bad times you're going through. I have faith that a happiness like that exists somewhere out there. Finding ways to run away from sadness, huh? Does that mean that she hasn't found that happiness herself? What? Did I miss something? What? How'd you get that? What? Huh? Someone says what? What? Okay. Did I just fall for my own? Anyway. Like, what? Anyway, back to this. Huh. I guess that would say that. Nah, you guys are making me all cheesy. Let's talk about other things, like my date with Haruka-chan yesterday. Alright, she did get Haruka. She got the double pull. She got the double pull? Double gold, double 5-star. Hold on, she doubled that 5-star. Anyway. Mana's stream went on for about another hour, with discussions about the appreciation of glasses on characters, plenty of teasing, and super chat readings throughout. Glasses on characters? That is low-key a vibe in anime. Glasses characters may be some of my favorite anime characters. And yes, it's the glasses glare that does it. You know when they adjust their glasses? My favorite glasses character that comes to mind whenever I think of a glasses character in anime? Shiro from Log Horizon. I don't know. I want them to make another season of Log Horizon. When are they ever gonna do that, please? I would also have to rewatch season 1 and 2 of Log Horizon, because I forgot a lot, and a lot was lost in translation for when I watched season 2, because boy, they were talking about politics, and they had like in-world politics. There was like a whole presidential race or something in Log Horizon, bruh. I forgot. I was lost, bruh. At that point, at some point, at least by episode 5 or 10, I was just watching for the vibes, man. I was just here for the funny bits. But I do like Log Horizon. I think that should be it for today. Thanks everyone for all the subs, donations, likes, and for coming out to hang out in general. My next stream will be in 2 days, with me taking a break afterwards. My anniversary stream is in exactly a week from now. Only a week to try and find my answer, huh? Your answer? Yeah, your answer? Answer to what? Thanks again, everybody, for both being here and with me today, and for all the support you've given me thus far. You've let this selfish wish of mine grow into something greater than I could have ever imagined. It almost feels like a dream for me, one that I wish I could never end. Alright, that's enough of that. Bye-bye! Oyasumana! She's gone again. She's gone again. Okay. Mana's been off lately. Sometimes she just becomes wistful all of a sudden. It says something obscure. Really? Yeah, that's true. Why? 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 I wonder. Anyway. I don't think I can really know for sure what she's referring to. I guess there isn't really any point in worrying about it though. Man, reading this visual novel, playing through it, playing through it, same thing. It's a game, so I'm technically playing through it, even though I'm just doing a lot of reading. Playing through this really got me wanting to watch another anime. Hey y'all, when's the next season of Dangers in My Heart? I'm gonna need that. Also, Slime Tamer, this one Slime Tamer anime. You know, where this main character, the girl, she picks up trash. Season 2 got announced for that. I can't wait for it. I know the way I described that made it sound so unenticing, but trust me, it's entertaining and I really like it. And I can't wait for whenever season 2 happens. Also, Eminence in Shadow. The Eminence in Shadow, there's a movie coming out for that. I don't know when that's happening. Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elena. Bruh, there's a movie for that happening as well. I don't know when that's happening. But y'all best believe I'm seated for every last one of those anime themed things. The movies, the shows. Did I read this? I'm sure even Mana has her own problems she's dealing with in her personal life. Yeah. Bro, I keep reading interrupted as interpreted. Yes, I was about to read this as interrupted properly and not interpreted, but man. Like, on the outside, I read this as interrupted. On the inside in my head, this is interpreted. I'm interrupted by the vibration of my phone against my desk. Dude, you got a ringtone or like what? I turned my phone over to see where the notification is from. Man, they made this part obvious. Like, man, they made something real obvious. Although, again, I'm pretty sure, like I said at the end of the last video, I'm pretty sure you're expected to go into the game knowing who you're talking to, so... Anyway. Some message from Kagurazaka. Are you okay with meeting at the station at noon? I think that's the earliest I can get out of bed. What time do you normally get out of bed? What time do I normally get out of bed? Oh, 3 p.m. I ain't lying. If I wake up at 12, I'm going back to sleep. If I go, I'm waking up at 12, back to sleep. That's it. Bro, I got Batman sleep schedule. Me, Makoto, we got Batman sleep schedule. Yeah, that's fine with me. You sure do wake up pretty late, though. Yes, we do, Shoma. Leave us alone. Is that late? I don't think it's that late. Girl, it's late. Girl, trust and believe it's late. And I usually wake up earlier than that. Really? Then why noon? Like, wait. The earliest you can get out of bed? Okay, well, maybe it's the earliest she can get out of bed. But she ain't leaving the bed till, like, she'll wake up, I don't know, maybe at 10 a.m. But she ain't leaving that bed till 1 p.m. That's just the time I get up from bed. Yeah, okay. So she really did mean that's the earliest she can get out of bed. Okay. A little bit same too. I can kind of get that. I usually browse the internet on my phone for a bit after waking up. Bro, don't we all? I'm telling y'all, Shoma, Makoto, two halves of me in an alternate universe. Like I said, I still don't know why another half of me became a girl, but we move. Shoma's the light side, Makoto's the dark side. It is what it is. Both of me split in an alternate universe. They just like me for real. On that phone. I see. My situation's a bit different. But anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. After seeing Makoto cry in that classroom, every word, like anything that seems kind of odd, like my situation's a bit different, I just interpreted that as like, I don't know, like maybe after she's waking up, she's in bed crying for a while. Maybe I'm interpreting that way too far, or I don't know. Okay then, see you tomorrow. It still feels weird to me to be going into the city with Kagurazaka tomorrow, when just a couple of days ago I was hardly interacting with anyone aside from VTubers. Yeah, okay. That would kind of feel weird. Honestly, I can't say it's been that bad these past few days. Okay, sidebar. I don't know why I started thinking of Persona, but this game does be making me think of Persona. Yes, I think I've thought of Persona like once or twice while recording this video. But anyway, speaking of Persona, can we have a VTuber in like Persona 6? Can we get that? That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool to have a VTuber in Persona 6. Would it not be? I think that'd be real cool. Bro, I would get Persona 6 day one. I still haven't finished Persona 1. At the time I'm recording this video, and at the time of this video probably being out, my Persona playthroughs still not out. When will they be out, bro? I don't know, man. Kagurazaka is definitely weird, but she asks some interesting questions. I don't feel like I have to put up a front with her, but it's far from ideal. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like Kagurazaka is out of reach. Like there's too much I don't know about her. And I feel like when it comes to concern, we have to dance around each other so as to not feel like the other is being burdened. It do seem like that. And back in the school, it was 100% that with the other. That's exactly what both of them were doing. Dancing around the other, trying to not burden the other. I don't really know what the situation to that is. Isn't it so conceited to think that I want to be able to show my concern and help Kagurazaka, but I don't want to burden her with my own struggles? Is the answer to just not show each other any concern? That doesn't sit well with me at all. Let's just go to sleep. VTuber Connect! You know what, let me say it like they say it in a... let me say it like they say it in a... Sora Online. Link start! I don't even watch the Japanese... Watch Sora Online with the Japanese audio. It's just link start, dude. I arrive at the station about 30 minutes prior to the agreed upon location time. Location time? Anyway. Sagi na Kamiya Station. Hey y'all, if there's anybody with fluent in Japanese, please tell me that I butchered that, because at least now I know I'm certain I said that wrong. Like, it's not don't tell me I said that correctly. Tell me I said that wrong, because I know I said that wrong. I just need confirmation from fluent Japanese speakers. I said that wrong, didn't I? Sagi Nakamiya? Yeah, I said that wrong. There's a light bustle of peace people around the station, presumably making their way to their lunchtime arrangements. Ah, rush hour. No Jackie Chan. I look around for any sight of a girl who looks like she could fall over from wearing this at any time. That is 100% Makoto. Heck, if we find a girl just lying on the ground out here, that's Makoto. Nope. Seems like Kagurazaka is still in bed. Or she might be on her way. I'll probably just wait a bit and call her once it's almost time. As soon as I turn around to find a bench to sit at, I met with Kagurazaka giving me a playful smile. Found her. Oh, what's this? Yeah, early. Guess you were really excited to see me. Yes, it was exactly that. That's exactly it. Are you just going to ignore the fact that you're here at the same time? Oh yeah, they really did get here 30 minutes early. Like, Shoma got here 30 minutes early, she got here 30 minutes early. Huh. In fact, if you were standing behind me, looking at me, you probably got here before I did. That is also true. That's not because of you. It's because of my precious graphics cards. Hold on, let me read that again. That's not because of you. It's because of my precious graphics cards. Okay. Oh. Wait, I'm less important than those graphics cards? Dude, she met you well, I think 3 days ago at this point. Dude, she met you 3 days ago. Let's not play. I would value something like equipment more than a person. Then again, they've had more interactions in the span of 3 days. Next thing you'll ask me is if I'm a girl or if I cry myself to sleep every night. Makoto, stop this, please. Come on, don't be asking the obvious. Makoto, stop this, please. Like, Makoto, I can't get, bro, I'm just like Shoma. I can't get the sight of Makoto crying out my head. I think I just heard something concerning within those layers of irony. Thank you, Shoma. At least Shoma's not an idiot protagonist. I am so glad Shoma's like aware, like he can pick up on things like this. Cause what the heck? Makoto, please? Don't say things like that. Like now what I said earlier, like her about Makoto getting out of bed at a later time than when she wakes up, being because she's probably in bed crying for a little while after waking up. What if that's true? Nothing concerning here. I assure you that I am a girl. No, Makoto. Now come on, let's take a seat already. We still have time before our train arrives. Kagarazaka walks over to a nearby bench and takes a seat. I follow suit, but I'm unsure whether it's appropriate for me to take a seat too close next to her. Is it? I flawlessly what? I flawlessly calculated the distance to create, hold on. Y'all couldn't hear me beat my chest for that. I flawlessly calculate the distance to create between Kagarazaka and myself as to not create an awkward situation. Ew, I hated doing that voice. Bro calculated this. He flawlessly, effortlessly calculated that. Look at my gold Shoma. I flawlessly calculate. Yes, I'm doing it without the voice because we're not running off of that voice. I flawlessly calculate the distance to create between Kagarazaka and myself, so as to not create an awkward situation and then take a seat. Why'd you sit so far away? Boy, I must be mad at math. Really? Really? What tells you that, buddy? No, what tells you that, buddy? But this could also be one of her ploys. I like how it really can be one of her ploys. This girl be playing. I already know your tricks. You're going to say something as soon as I try to get closer to you. That is true. She would. Am I that predictable? Yes. I might as well be reading your mind at this point. What am I thinking about then? You're thinking about how I'm going to respond to your question about what you're thinking about. Generic answer. No way, you actually can read my mind. We both give a good laugh at ourselves. So, didn't you say that noon was the earliest you could make it out of bed? Well, I found a little bit of extra motivation to drag myself out of bed this morning. No? No, what was the motivation? Nah, she took one look at her Virgil poster. She took one look at her Virgil poster, said motivated. She said I could not disappoint Virgil. If I stayed in my bed and I can't read. If I'd stayed in bed any longer, I would have kept thinking about certain things that I'd rather not think about. Okay, that basically confirms my suspicions. Maybe she's not crying, but at the very least, what she said ain't any better. I'm curious as to what things she was thinking about, but I probably shouldn't pry. I get that. Sometimes your bed can be your best friend when you want to lay down and think about things, but sometimes I'll keep thinking about things I don't want to. That's how it is, man. That's how it is. I hate how much these two are literally just me. Like, I hate how much these two are literally just me for real. Either way, you seem to be about as tired as you usually look. Did I slur my words there at the end? Whatever. That's the thing. No matter how much time I spend in bed, I can never shake off my tiredness. Oh, y'all are so me. Y'all are so me. Oh, y'all think I'm not tired? Okay, I'm real. Not completely. But at the same time, what's a clear sign of tiredness? I'm like Makoto. I don't have a clear sign of tiredness, but there's a level to it. There's a level to it where we just can't beat our tiredness. Even on the rare occasions that I get enough sleep, I just end up feeling more tired the next day. Oh, stop being me. Please, Makoto. Cause, bro, I could sleep for a whole 8 hours. I'm still tired. Put me in the ice like Captain America. Put me in the ice like Winter Soldier, bruh. I'm so tired. Put me in deep stasis mode like Optimus Prime in The Last Night. Is it the work that you do that keeps you up? Sort of. Directly, that's part of it. Indirectly, it also plays a big part. I'll just leave it at that. Tired is my default state at this point, regardless of what I try. Might as well live with it. Oh, she's just like me for real. She's just like me for real. Well, hopefully today can be sort of a break for you. Yeah, I hope so too. Oh, we should probably get going now. The train's arriving soon. Okay, let's go. We head into the station and make our way past the ticket gates. After scanning our passes, we arrive at the departure zone and board the train to the city. Into the city. I don't know what song that was. There aren't too many people in our section of the train. I look around to see a couple of people seated, looking at their phones. It's been a while since I went into the city. Into the city, where life's a dream. What is this cringe song? Oh my. But yes, the usual anime main characters get that one empty car. That one mostly empty car in the train. That has like a few people just because they need to make it look a little realistic. It's been a while since I went into the city. I think the last time was a couple of months ago with my sister. My sister says she'd be visiting next week, right? Because I'm trying to figure out when we're supposed to meet her. And again, in this game, we have a total of 2 interactions. But then again, I don't even mind that. I don't even mind Makoto being the only person we talk to in this game. This is, you know, VTuber Connect? What is that supposed to mean? This is, you know, like, I believe it's definitely romance-based. It's definitely romance-based. You seem pretty close with your sister. I'd say so. She's been looking out for me for about as long as I can remember. Even though I can't really do much for her in return. I'm sure she's not looking for anything in return when she shows her kindness. No, you're definitely right about that. I just wish I would be able to do the same for her. I sort of get that, even though I don't have any siblings. No? Do you like it that way? Or do you wish you could have siblings? I swear, she says. The media depiction of sibling relationships? Well, maybe not the weird ones depicted in most. Are you talking about? Is she talking about what I think she's talking about? But some of them depicted as, it's kind of hard to describe. being able to be in a relationship where it's so natural to support and understand each other is something I'm jealous of. Oh! Yeah? The one you talking about in a... Yeah, the one that the media describes? Yeah, fake news. Ew. What? Ew, I hated saying that. Ew. But it is fake. Because I hate mine. And I mean that with my soul. Bury me under... I don't know, bury me under the Titanic if I'm lying. I don't know how they do that, but... I don't know, man. Anyway. There's a unique dynamic to it that I can't see depicted anywhere else. It really is natural and special, but I wouldn't necessarily say that my sister and I fully understand each other. Of course, we grew up together, so there are some things we just pick up on. Also, Shoma, your relationship with your sibling, just as fabricated. Just as fabricated as the one in animes, just as fabricated, bro. Y'all two should be grasping at each other's neck. Let me stop. It can be a siblings relationship can be be non-hate. But there are a lot of things we disagree on and don't really understand about each other. Like, she doesn't really touch anything anime related, and I don't really understand her desire to interact so much in person. Oh, well, that's your usual extrovert. But I think we're okay with that. We still love each other anyway. I see. I'm glad that you have such a fulfilling relationship. Makes me want to steal your sisters for myself. You can try, but knowing her, I'm pretty sure she would smother you with her affection as well. Come on, when are they gonna meet? When are they gonna meet? Okay, now I need them to meet. Now I'm not okay with Makoto being the only person we talk to. I need that interaction. Well, sounds nice. I'd like to meet her someday. Okay. Well, she is coming over in a few days, I believe. Maybe there will be an opportunity then. Okay. We got the confirmation. A few days could range from this month to next month, but we got the confirmation. A few days, ladies and gentlemen. Did I read this? I think so. Sure. Kagazaka and I continued to chat while taking glimpses at the passing backdrop of the coast. Yeah, we're getting to that part of the video where I can't read. Again, I thought we hit that part long ago. The train eventually made its stop to the city. To the city! What am I saying, dog? Okay, who is this? Is this another VTuber, or is this just, I don't know, random character they thought of? Downtown Street. How creative. Downtown Street. Truly creative. Creativity. I don't want to say we out here in the West are any more creative. I really don't. Anyway. Anyway, we got off the train and walk out of the station. Tall buildings and bustling streets surround us. So what's the plan for today? Graphics cards, dude. What plan? You know what we're going to do besides getting you graphics cards. I didn't really think too much about that. Yeah, it was just graphics cards, dude. Don't look at me like that. Fine. How about this? We'll grab what I need, then we could get something to eat, because I'm hungry. Dang, why you bring that up? Now I'm getting hungry. I'm not lying. Right when she brought that up, my stomach grumbled. Dang it, Makoto. These two, why y'all just like me for real? Now we'll figure it out from there. Well, that sounds better than no plan at all. It does, I guess. Lead the way. This store weird. Look more like a restaurant. See, I told you that we should have gone in separately. Oh no. Did we look like scalpers still? Did we look like scalpers? Come on, what were the chances that the employee would recognize me? No! Recognize you've been here before? Well, how many other people have such tired eyes? Hey, I'll tell you what, Makoto. I'll walk in the day before you. He wouldn't, the employee wouldn't know what have hit him. He'd have to mistake me for you. Not really. Where are we? Not Burger King. White Castle? Because what is this color scheming? Are we in White Castle? Is there White Castle in Japan? This feels very White Castle. That right there really screamed White Castle. Are we in White Castle? I haven't been to a White Castle in years. Hold on, let me read this again. Well, how many other people have such tired eyes? That's a valid point. The same thing happened with Mana, no? Clark! Seems hard to believe that they would have just gone to an electronics store at a similar time and gotten rejected for the same reason. Ah! Did the mic pick that up? Ah! I mean, no point in thinking about it. There's no way that it isn't a coincidence. Fuck! You know? Like, you know? Honestly, I think you don't have, I think more than, oh, I don't think, wait, I think at least one brain cell is working if you can't figure something out at this point. Shoma, what is wrong with you? Ah! And then again, I think we're going into this game, like, with the knowledge that who we's talking to is who we's talking to, you know? So maybe it's not supposed to be a secret to the player. I don't know. Hey, I ain't playing this game when it came out. I'm playing this game 2026. That's what? 5, 6, 7 years after this game has come out? I still don't know when this game came out. Why didn't I look that up earlier? Do I look it up now? No. Let's make this a running gag. We each head to the counter to order our food. After chatting a bit, we receive our orders. I thought that said badges. Like what? We receive our orders and head to a table in the corner of the restaurant. I watch as Kagurazaka haphazardly tosses multiple fries into her mouth. She chews without any consideration for keeping up an appearance. Dog, she just like me. Although, I wish I was able to do something like this. I wish I could toss fries into my mouth. I tried doing that with candy, can never. I should try it next time I have fries. I laughed to myself at the confirmation that she eats exactly as I would expect her to. What is that supposed to mean, Shoma? Is that disrespect? You laughing at me? You looking for a fight? Oh my! Is that the first time she threatened us with a fight? Wait, no, I think she's threatened to kill Shoma at one point. I'm not too sure about that. Has she? I legit can't remember. I just find it amusing how different you are from the friends I had in high school. I almost thought that said held. Friends? This might come as a shock to you, but I had actual real-life people as my friends in high school. Kagurazaka pretends to be shocked as she widens her eyes and opens her mouth before quickly realizing she still has food in her mouth. Ah. She quickly turns her head, embarrassed, and finishes swallowing. Ah. Makoto, the ideal anyway. I start laughing at the sudden series of events. That's a side of you I haven't seen before. The clumsy one, that is. Shut up. I like their dynamic. I said that last video, I'm saying it this video. I like their dynamic. That's my yearly singular mistake that I make. Thank you. Come again next year. I keep... You know, maybe my middle finger doesn't get tired. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I just mix up my nerve. Maybe, yeah, nerves? I don't know. Maybe my brain mixes up the nerves it's trying to send signals to of which body parts to move. And it says, yeah, move the middle finger and the index finger. Move the middle and index finger. Do that right now. Don't. Please, don't. Sure. As I was saying, yeah, I used to have a few friends back in high school. It's not like I was super popular or anything, but I had some people that I hung out with often. But they weren't relationships that I was exactly comfortable with. Kagurazaka just looks at me quietly as she chews her food. I'm assuming that means she wants me to keep going. Yup, she's listening intently. I felt like everybody was trying to keep up appearances and trying to appeal to each other for clout reasons. Clout? Bro, we got the 2020 link. No, we still say clout to this day. I would always try to get validation for my own worth by being around people that I saw were popular. Eventually, I just got tired of everything. I just wanted to enjoy the things I'm passionate about without fear of being judged and being able to talk to people I actually felt comfortable being around. That was my mindset after graduating and going to university. I just decided to not go any further. It's already obvious without me spelling it out, I wasn't able to find any of those relationships with real people in my first year of university. Yeah. Quite obvious. No offense, Shoma. It is kinda obvious. Kagurazaka quietly looks at me while she sips her drink. Not the sipping drink thought. Like the, hold on, let me think real quick. I don't know if y'all heard me open up my water bottle or not. And take a sip from it. But just know that's what I was imitating. Man, maybe I should have a face cam. Cause I be emoting too much for it to just not be on camera. You know, I emote way too much. And I think I've mentioned what I'm doing recording the video while y'all can't see me. I've mentioned a lot of the things I be doing, like all the emotes I be doing. So maybe I should get a face cam one day. One day. I'd probably wear a mask though. Nah. How am I supposed to play a game while wearing a mask? Oh, regular face mask like COVID times? No, that wouldn't work. That'd annoy me. I mean like a comedy tragedy mask, like one of those. And then even then I couldn't see out of those because the eyes are slit. Anyway, speaking of which, I haven't really eaten much of my food. I start unwrapping my food as Kagurazaka lowers her drink. Okay, I'm back to thinking this name is a mouthful. Please just go to the first name basis, you two. I think y'all know each other well enough like that by now. That's not how things go. I sort of get that. That kind of relationship can be exhausting and make you generally unhappy. I don't typically seek out relationships. I prefer having a few meaningful relationships that I can take comfort in. Even though I haven't been the best to them, I still cherish what friends I've made. Honestly, I still cherish them as well. Kind of. A few of them I do. Not all of it was bad. I think just interacting with people allowed me to form a connection with them, regardless of what ulterior motives there were. I won't say that there wasn't at least a little bit of sincerity in those relationships. Well, that's good. Do you still keep in contact with them? Not really. At first we would say we would keep in touch with even throughout university, but we just ended up drifting apart as expected. Yep, as expected, that is the usual. Is there anything stopping you from contacting them again? Is there? Probably the lack of interest and shared interest. Well, there's the low-hanging fruit of I don't really want to bother them, and I'm sure they're going through their own life. Yeah, there is that as well. There's also the inevitability that we will continue to drift apart just because we need a reason to interact now. Or one of us has to make that initial step of reaching out. In high school, I would just naturally interact with people because school would bring us to the same location, to work towards a similar goal. Now, if we wanted to interact, we would have to go out of our way almost to initiate that conversation. But the biggest reason is something else. Say, have you ever felt like nobody understands you? Yep. I'm telling you, okay, maybe my brain doesn't realize what signals it should be sending to which nerve in my hand, in my fingers, cause oh my, bruh. Brain lock in. Get which signals you should be sending those. Get which nerves you should be sending those signals to. It's hard to completely explain though. Agreed. It's a mix of a lot of things. People might go through the same struggles as I do. Some might have different interests. Some might think completely different, even if they did have similar interests. True. Some might not understand anything I'm saying. Some might constantly misinterpret me. Some might not be able to relate to any of my problems. I've always throughout my life felt that nobody understands me. Kagurazaka just looks at me while she sips her drink. She puts her drink down, not diverting her eyes as she does so. I won't be conceited and say I understand you as a person that well, but I can at least understand what you just said. I honestly feel the same way at times. Isn't that funny? Understanding the feeling of not being understood? I started laughing, almost choking on my drink. Bro, what? That is funny. Honestly, when I talk to you, it doesn't feel completely detached. Not sure if I could say I'm understood, but it feels different. Oh, how flattering. I must be so amazing. There she go again. Don't get ahead of yourself. Isn't it conceited to want to be understood, even though I don't feel like I really understand many other people? Conceited? For sure. But I think it's natural for us to feel that way. We all want to think we're important and that our views matter. Yeah. I finished the last of my burger and collect my trash onto my tray. So, where to next? What about the aquarium? Oh, this just a date. Oh, that's just a date, dog. Like, before it was like oh wait, a guy and a girl going out into the city together? By themselves? By their lonesome selves? Going out into the city together? All in their lonesome selves? That's a date. That was just a joke. Now it's just a date. We going to the aquarium, y'all. Like, bruh, this is anime 101. Everybody knows in a romance anime, y'all going to the aquarium. Like, at least once we hitting up the aquarium. It's not a romance anime if we ain't hit up the aquarium. We going to the aquarium now. Okay. I haven't been there since I was a kid. I haven't been to the aquarium since I was a kid either. They all just like me. That's sort of out of nowhere. But neither have I. They just like me. How many times have I said they just like me? In this video. Like in this video specifically, how many times have I said they just like me? Well, it doesn't seem like we have any better ideas. Let's go. This don't look like the standard anime aquarium. No, I'm kidding, it does. Kagurazaka and I make our way through the aquarium's walkway, taking in the scenery. I thought this said security. I'd be like, what? Scenery of lush sea life and aquamarine water. It's water, dude. We remain quiet, appreciating the quiet beauty of these lives that are detached from ours. We watch as a fish warily swims by, staying close to the ground. Why you doing that, fish? Get up! Get up! That fish looked a bit tired. Kinda reminds me of you. Oh yeah? That over there reminds me of you. I glance over at the direction of where Kagurazaka is pointing, only to be met with the sight of a... Girl, why are you doing this to him? That's just a rock. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Don't tell me otherwise. Okay then. Bro would rather be compared to a rock than a fish. Oh my. Kagurazaka smiles as she slows her pace to take a closer look at the scenery around her. This is nice. There's a beauty here that I didn't appreciate when I came here as a kid. Yeah, as a kid, you don't really appreciate things that much. Not to the extent as... I don't know. It depends on what it is. And depending on what it is, that'll determine your appreciation levels, I guess. Going to the aquarium? No, I didn't. I ain't gonna say I did. I just like looking at the fishes. I ain't gonna say I appreciated it, and my soul appreciated it, and I cherished that. I ain't gonna say I cherished that as a kid. I'm just gonna say I saw a fish. It is what it is. We move on. I went to the zoo as a kid. I saw them animals. It is what it is. We move on. So I ain't gonna say I cherished that, but you know, there is things a kid would cherish. Like there are things you would cherish depending on, you know, what you like. Cherishing things is all on preference, I guess. I don't know. Don't come to me for life advice, please. There's an entirely different world beyond this glass. Yeah, it's called Water World. Water World? Every fish here is living their own lives, doing their best. Even if it might just be eating and swimming around without a care in the world. Sounds kind of nice, actually. But duh. They don't got responsibilities like that. Kagurazaka stops, continuing to observe the fish swimming around us. An entirely different world beyond this glass. That means we can only see the reality that they want to show us. We might never come to understand their happiness or struggles. Struggles beyond the carefree life that they're presenting to us. They might not even want to be seen as carefree or happy. Maybe that's just the identity we're pushing onto them. Yeah, there she go again. There she, go again. Kagurazaka just gives a sad smile as she watches the fish swim by. How would we come to understand them if that's true? And they're so far out of reach. Who knows? Maybe it's better if we didn't try to understand them. They might not want their lives their vulnerabilities to be shown to others. Maybe all the others who look up to them might be horrified that the one that they've been following is just as lost and weak as they are. Surely they're not happy like that. They would want at least one person to understand them, right? What if they don't have anybody to turn to for that? I just stand there as Kagurazaka gives me a sad smile. I don't have an answer to her. It's not as simple to just say go to someone you trust. Some people might not have that someone in their lives. And even if they did, there's no guarantee that the person will ever come to understand their problems. Kagurazaka turns and continues down the walkway. I follow behind her, once again observing the lives swimming around me that are far out of reach. Man. I just know, like, again, I'm walking into this game completely blind, but I have a feeling, like, I just know there's a heavy emotional beat in this game that's coming up. I don't know when, where, but when it's coming up, I know that it's gonna hit. I know it's gonna hit crazy. I just know it. The sun is starting to go down by the time we exit the aquarium. The orange sky makes for a beautiful backdrop to the still, energetic city. Kagurazaka is silent as we walk. She seems to be thinking to herself again. We should probably head back to the station now. It's starting to get late. Kagurazaka perks up and turns her head towards me. Oh, sure. Kagurazaka is seated next to me, looking out the window. As always, she has this look to her that she always has when she's thinking about something. What are you thinking about? What happened to being able to read my mind? Girl, please. Oh yeah, okay. You're thinking about life. Being pretty vague, aren't we? Okay, I give up. What if I said I was thinking about you? Oh, you sly girl. Well, that depends. Are you thinking positive or negative thoughts about me? Stand your ground, Shoma. Stand your ground. Positive and negative are all relative. Oh, for the love of. Here she go with her. Well, if you think about it from a matter of perspective, if you look at it from this way, if you look at it from that way, here she go again. Okay, that answers my question. Please don't tell me what you're thinking about. Kagurazaka gives a laugh before quickly returning a sad smile. Did it have to be sad? Let's just say all of the above, plus a lot more. Well, I can't say I'm not somewhat flattered that Kagurazaka is thinking at least somewhat about me. Show me what you mean by that. Anyway. Even though it might seem apparent from the fact that we basically spent the whole day together, but it's also Kagurazaka, so I have no idea what she could be thinking regarding me. I don't even know why she's spending so much time with me. From what I can tell, she's pretty busy with whatever she does in her personal life. True. How many times have I said true when I'm playing this game? Someone do a counter. And I don't think I really offer anything to her. but she seems to always be the one to push for us to meet. She is the one to always do that, huh? Hey, Kagarazaka. Hmm? How should I phrase this? I can't just ask her why she talks to me. I think you can, though. I mean, would it be that weird? I was just wondering. It seems like you're pretty busy with stuff and have a lot on your mind. Is it okay for you to spend so much time with someone like me? What do you mean, someone like you? I don't know. It doesn't really seem like I can offer you that much. Well, that automatically makes you better than me. Not only do I offer nothing in return, but I also take from people. I'm basically, oh, please! Stop! I don't get that impression from you. Maybe so. What if I said I was just associating with you to get something out of you? I don't know. I don't know enough about you to fully confirm that. But I don't believe that. I don't like to believe that you're that kind of person. You don't know that much about me to know, but you're going to trust me anyway. Are you an idiot? Yeah, I guess so. You aren't even going to deny it. You know, if someone called me an idiot. No. I mean this next part. When people call me an idiot, I don't care. I do not care. I generally do not care, bruh. I get called an idiot. I say thank you for that compliment. Thank you very kindly. Eat that compliment up. Finger licking good. That compliment. It don't bother me. Can't hurt me if you tell me something I already know. First of all, I don't think you're someone who offers nothing. You should value yourself higher. Hot, Colin, kettle, black. As for the reason I keep associating with you, Kagarazaka's there we go again. Interrupted is now interpreted. Why does it keep happening? Kagarazaka is interrupted by the intercom informing us that we're at our destination. Hold on, what was she gonna say? Okay. Come with me. I want to show you something. We're about to see the city lights. Are we at the beach? Oh, prime anime moment. Hold on. Let me stretch. Let me stretch real quick. Yup. Okay, hold on. Stretching disconnected the mic. Anyway, had to stretch, had to lock in for this primetime anime moment. We at the beach now, boys. Strap in, y'all. Boys and girls, we at the beach now. Kagarazaka and I make our way to out of the station. I start following her to what seems like the direction of the coast. At the beach, but I see the starry night sky that shines endlessly through the darkness. After a few minutes of walking, we arrive at the beach. Oh, I knew about this place, but I haven't been here too often. It's pretty peaceful at night, especially with most of the other students out of town for the break. This is somewhere I like to go when I want to take a walk at night. Kagarazaka and I walk along the shore, leaving behind footsteps in the sand just short of the incoming water. The night sky is sprinkled with the various stars. It kinda reminds me of Mana. Huh. Keep doing that. Okay, thank you, Destroyer. Keep doing that. As for the answer to your question, there's a lot of different reasons. I actually do think it's fun being with you. But in a lot of ways, I am using you for my own personal benefit. Interacting with you was an escape for me, for a brief moment in time. I can forget about some of the things that are eating away at me. There's also something that I want to get an answer on, and I don't think I can figure it out myself. Being with you, I think will help me find that answer. Would it be something I could just answer if you asked me what you're trying to figure out? Nope. It's not something you should know. I'm being unreasonable, aren't I? I don't think it's unreasonable to not share everything about yourself. So you're okay with not knowing if I had any selfish reasons talking to you? Have you ever thought that I could just be using you to further my own goals? That you'll just end up getting hurt? Kagurazaka making it out to be so terrible. But is it honestly that bad? Is it even reasonable to expect people to try not to have any ulterior motives for wanting to interact with somebody? I mean, a little? And are Kagurazaka's reason even that bad? If interacting with me could help her get her mind away and help her... I can't read. I jumbled that. If interacting with someone... If interacting with me could help her mind away... If interacting with me could help get her mind away and help her find some answers to her problems, isn't that a good thing? I can't say that I've really thought about that much. I don't really know much about you, but I do want you to be able to find your answers. If interacting with me helps with that, then I'm willing to take my chance. I'm not sure how reasonable it is to expect everybody who interacts with me to only do it because they want to be with me. The only thing I can say right now is that I think it's fun talking with you. And I don't think what you're saying could be that bad. You're willing to take those chances even though you don't know anything about me? Yeah. Maybe I'll end up accumulating enough bond levels to understand you. What the heck? Fine, I'll concede for now, but don't come crying to me later when you inevitably get hurt. I'll eagerly be waiting. And I hope that you end up finding your answer. Thanks. I don't really know if this is what I'm looking for. I'm not sure if this current relationship is even right for me or Kagurazaka. But I do know that I want to keep interacting with Kagurazaka. Maybe it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. Since you've been the one reaching out for excuses to hang out, let me be the one this time. Do you want to hang out tomorrow as well? I can already feel the embarrassment. She probably feels embarrassed as well. You didn't even attach an excuse. You just straight up asked me if I wanted to spend time with you. He did just do that. I admire your boldness, but unfortunately, I actually have to get some stuff ready tomorrow. Oh. Well, that embarrassing moment ended up being for nothing. But I guess I can spare an hour or two tomorrow. Do you have any experience building computers? Ah, we build an up PC, I see. Yeah, I built my own. Good. Come over to my place tomorrow. If you help me put the other graphics cards in, then it'll save me some work. Flark, I can't read. Eh? Your place? You mean where you live? No. The beach. What do you think I'm homeless or something? I mean, girl, with your bags, Lil. But with the bread you be putting on the table, dang. There's no way you could be homeless. Yes, I mean where I live. Eh? Are you fine with that? Don't make me take back what I said. You going to come or not? Yeah, I'll come. Go. I'll see you tomorrow then. I'll message you my address. And when you can come over... Clark, I didn't see the period. I'll message you my address and when you can come over. I'm gonna head back now. Alright, see you tomorrow. Kagurasaka gives me a smile before returning the way we came, retracing the footsteps still imprinted into the sand. I give a sigh as I look out at the ocean. This is so much harder than just watching a VTuber and relaxing. That it is. But that's life, Shoma. There are too many things I don't understand. I'm really struggling out here. Yokone, I hope you're happy. Yeah. Yoko did want him to get out there. I'll give her a piece of my mind whenever she arrives. I can't say it's all that bad, though. I guess for now, I'll head back home. I'm not used to walking around this much all day. VTuber Connecto! We're done. No. No. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are. Ending. Quest save. No, that's not quest. That's quick save. Complete. Title. Yes. Load game, because I'm scared. Oh, Flark, did I just... I am so freaking scared. Did I just... What's this? How many saves can I put in? Wait, I could go up to 54. Previous. Oh, okay. Woo! Okay, so I can always just hit quick save and then it'll go here. Like, I guess if the empty slots are like, if I want to save and enter at a certain point of the game. Okay, y'all. I'm really enjoying this. This time, we played the game for 3 hours. I'm really enjoying this. Honestly? Yeah, we gonna be checking out more visual novels when I can. Specifically the romance visual novels, because that's the thing I have an itch for. I'm checking out the romance visual novels. Give me the romance stuff. Give me. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. I hunger for the romance anime. I hunger. Actually, now that I think about it, long before I was actually deep in anime like I am now, I was still watching romance stuff. Like, you know that time where, that Christmas time, when Christmas is around and for some reason, a lot of the romance Christmas movies are on? Yeah, I think that was the romance awakening. Yeah, that was definitely the romance awakening. Christmas did that. Christmas romance movies did that. And now I got, well, then I watched Love, Chinibyo and Other Delusions, and I watched Sword Art Online, and then, man, then the itch just kept itching. And now, well, we're playing a visual, romance visual novel, on the channel. So, yeah, that's cool. Like I'm saying, I'm enjoying this game a lot. The next half of this probably won't be out for a while, though. I got woo-woo stuff to do, man. The new update's coming out right at the same day as this video has been recorded. So, what am I kidding? This right here is probably coming. Like, the next part of this is probably coming out next week. Or probably Saturday. Probably Saturday or probably next week. I'm being real now. But is it too late to call this game peak? You know what? Like I said earlier, there's probably gonna be a real emotional part when in the game that comes up, and I think I'll call it peak then. But oh my, Makoto. Hold on, I'm in OBS. Hold on, let me get back to the game. Y'all see my cursor? Y'all see my Miyabi? Cool. Miyabi in the connector. Oh, Makoto. Stop. Makoto, no. Also, I never realized she had like a full hoodie. I knew she had a shirt, and I thought like this was just like a regular sweater. I never realized it was like a hoodie. A sweater? I don't know what you would call this, but Makoto, no. Makoto. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I will see y'all, I don't know, main channel when I'm playing Wua, or if you're just here for the visual novel stuff, I'll see you in the next part of my VTuber Connect journey. Peace.